Hey guys, I finally did it. I made my purchase. I bought this Triumph 400X. It's a scrambler. And here's the bike. I took a flight from Cebu to Davao City, and I bought this bike from a gentleman who gave me a really great deal on the motorcycle. And here it is. It had about 9,000 kilometers on it when I bought the bike, but I've had it for a couple weeks now, and I just finally decided to go ahead and make this video just so that you can see. I know there were some people that were interested in which bike I was gonna end up purchasing, and I went with the 400, and it has not disappointed so far. It is a fun bike. I have driven a Honda CBR 600 F2, and my other bike was a Triumph Thunderbird, but this bike is a totally different animal. And here in the Philippines, I was worried about the bike being too big or too small, and I found this 400. I actually test drove the Speed 400, and the gentleman that had the Speed 400, he said that he preferred the Scrambler. So when I found this bike at about 100,000 pesos lower in price than the new price, with only 900 kilometers on the bike, I came down, I flew down to Davao, and I purchased the bike a couple of weeks ago. Now, I've already taken the bike on a trip, and the trip said by Google Maps it was supposed to be like an hour and a half long, but it took me about 2.5 hours. I'm not used to riding long distances yet, but I've got to get this bike. I'm gonna have to drive from Davao City all the way up to Cagayan de Oro, and then to catch a ferry, and then get to Cebu. So I got a lot of driving, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But this is the bike, and it's black. I do really like the new green that they have, the other color green. It's really beautiful, but black is okay. It's pretty nice. And I have gotten the bike a little bit dirty, you can see already. Sorry that I didn't have time to clean it up for you today, but since I'm going on a long drive, I said, you know what? I'll just go ahead and I'll cut this video right now tonight so you can see the bike. Let's talk about modifications. So I have done just a couple of modifications. The first thing that I did was the mirrors here in Davao, where I'm at right now. I put these little guys on there so I could get a wider view. Felt like that was necessary. They are helpful because, listen, if you've ever been to the Philippines, you know this place is crazy. Manila is madness, but Davao, my goodness gracious, it is crazy out here. So that's one thing that I did, and I also put on this cell phone to hold the cell phone. Put on this guy right here. There's no rack or anything, and that's been a problem for me so far. I did take the bike down to Digas, and that was about an hour and a half, but it took me about 2.5 hours to get down there. And I had to wrap everything on the back. Same thing I'll be doing tomorrow is wrapping it up. But I know that you're gonna wanna hear the bike. So let me go ahead and start it up for you. Oh, pretty, right? There it is. That's how it starts up. And we just, ooh. Okay, let me get down in there so you can hear this. Yeah, baby. You know, it's got that single cylinder action, so it's got some vibration. Yeah. It's a good looking bike. I didn't want a sport bike. I like the cruiser. I like the cafe racer look. And this is my first scrambler type bike. I was not a dirt bike kind of guy growing up. So that's not been part of my experience. I'm a street guy, right? Like I had the CBR, I had the Thunderbird, but this bike sits a little taller than the Speed 6. So I felt like that was an advantage for me. It looks like a full-size bike. Even though it's only a 400, most people are like, wow, that's a big bike. And when I bought the bike, it did come with a tarp. It came with this big old hobnob helmet. This is the Spy Recon Plus, and in the Philippines, this helmet will run you about 10,500 pesos, and so basically that's around 200 bucks for this helmet. So that was an extra bonus that was given, but this helmet is gigantic. We'll talk about helmets in a later video, but I'm excited. It's been a great bike so far. I really like the brown seat that they put on here, and I just think that overall it's a good-looking bike. What do you guys say? Anyways, so I think that's all I wanted to cover in this video. Just wanted to give you an update. Triumph 400X, and it's a scrambler. How about you, right? So there it is, and I'm gonna make some videos, travel around. Maybe I'll show you a little bit more of the Philippines. If you got a city you're interested in, you wanna know more about Davao, ask me in the comments. Anyways, if you're from America, if you're from the USA, the issue that I'm having with this bike is that not a lot of places here have Triumph parts. Each major city has probably one dealer. I know there's a dealer near me in Cebu. There's one here in Davao, but even they don't have a full lineup of products. There's some upgrades I'd like to do for the bike, but I'm gonna have to order them online and have them shipped here in the Philippines, and that's a whole nother thing. But I'll do a video about that. Of course, one of the things I'd like to do is I'd like to get the tail rack assembly to put some luggage on there. There's a other thing that you can do on the side, but anyways, and the other thing that I have to do is I'll probably end up getting a GPS at some point, because it's not good to use your iPhone on the bike. I have read some things where it says that the iPhone camera will actually shake apart, so that's not good. We don't want to destroy the camera on this iPhone. Anyways, all right, guys, that will do it, and happy riding.